What's up, Crypto Universe? My name is Eugene Tay. You're watching me on CryptoCentral, and with my very special guest today, who really needs no introduction. He is the founder of Wanchain, Jack Liu. Jack, thank you so much for coming on the show. I understand this is your first online interview segment, and I gotta say, I'm very honored to be receiving you for this. And I also understand that Wanchain is going live in a couple of days' time, almost a week, and we're all excited about it. The whole crypto universe is talking about Wanchain. But for those of us who are not familiar with Wanchain, and we look at the website and we see a very jargon-filled tagline that says, Wanchain is a distributed financial platform that enables private cross-blockchain smart contract execution. And that sounds very technical. So for the benefit of those who do not yet know about Wanchain, Jack, could you tell us what is it that you do?
First of all, I really appreciate you invite me over here, and we have great time when we were in the Singapore last time, and I'm very excited that Wanchain is about to be launched. Our mainnet is being launched in a few weeks, and thanks for the community. We have been doing the testing for alpha testing for a month, and we're doing the beta testing for a month. So we feel that we're ready to launch it. Yay! For Wanchain, and thanks for the community for all the support. I know that people are all excited around the world, about the concept and our vision. And Wanchain, in the late term, everybody can understand it. If you have learned computer science, WAN stands for Wide Area Network. It's getting the computers basically connected in the computer world, right? In the blockchain world, we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to connect all these blockchains together into a bigger network. Some people call it Internet of Blockchain. So once we get the blockchains connected, all these isolated, assets, new digital assets can be exchanged. You can create financial services with these new digital assets, right? Just think of the old financial world. You have, gold or silver or securities or currencies. You go to a bank or other financial services. You get all kinds of financial applications for your own assets. Now we are entering a new world with a digital assets world, right? So now we need to create new finance, right? Finance you can exchange with different assets. You can create loans. You can create all kinds of financial applications. So why Wanchain is important? We use a very simple mechanisms, get connected with the other chains, and we can move other assets onto Wanchain in a certain way. And because we have the technology, we can do cross chains. At the same time, we can create smart contracts. So very complicated transactions or financial applications can be created. And as well, we can have privacy protection. So pretty much anything you can think of in the old financial world, we can do the same thing on this new digital world. And at the same time, we can also get connected with the traditional financial world as long as the old assets or securities, they can be tokenized, including fiat currencies. So as long as they're on blockchain, we can get connected. So that's what we're trying to do. Yes.
Jack, when I first heard about Wanchain and the concept that you're trying to put forth, it is a very ambitious idea. Because if you look at the industry right now, there's all these blockchains, private blockchains, separate blockchains and tokens, which is all very much a standalone. And when you have a wallet, you have like 100 different tokens. And it seems almost like the industry is so fragmented and separated. And Wanchain is about to bring all that together, creating a protocol layer where a user, regardless of the tokens that they have, can transact with anybody across, almost like traditionally across banks, right? But in this case, through the Wanchain protocol. And what I think, in short, you're doing is combining the entire blockchain industry under one umbrella, which is the Wanchain network. This sounds like a huge responsibility. Jack, could you tell us why is it that you're so confident Wanchain is going to work?
Yes. Well, based on years of experience, right? We have very experienced team around the world. We got the best brains in the industry and from the cryptography world as well. And we have done the research since last year. I mean, since 2016. Over a year of research, we have top cryptographers around the world doing the research. We did the we did proof of concept, and we have done all kinds of reviews from the internal team and outside of the team. We've done all kinds of reviews and debate, and also we have the code, basically POC code done, and we have the design done. I'm very confident that this can be done. Yes.
For those of you who found Jack very familiar, it's because Jack is also the CTO of Factom. And Factom, as you guys know, if you have been in the crypto scene long enough, Jack is the CTO of it, and Factom has been a success case study. So Jack, if you could share with us, having come from Factom as a CTO, did it make your life in Wanchain a lot easier, or were there things that you never expected and then it came to you as a surprise? Could you share with us some stories?
Yes. Actually, when I worked on Factom, that was 2014, a few years ago, right? And we start with the concept of Factom. We debated internally. We have days and days of discussions about how to move all the data around the world onto Factom. And the concept was create many chains, and they all get connected, right? And with Factom, we came up with the design of this main chain we call directory blocks, and also we have a lot of subchains. And that concept is exactly the same model like when we are doing the in Wanchain. So all this idea, the thinking or the design. We have basically, have been thinking that for a long time. Yeah, and the same concept has been borrowed by many other projects. If you've seen, we have put it on our white paper. Yeah, many other projects are borrowing the same ideas, trying to say, well, yeah, this is probably the way to go in the future. So the experience I have with Factom definitely helped me a lot with Wanchain.
So, Jack, the internet and the crypto universe is so full of love for Wanchain right now. There's even links and spam sites that came up trying to con people, following the Wanchain or using the Wanchain name to scam people. So to me, that's a sign where you are successful already. But do you have any idea why you think Wanchain is so well received by the community? Have you even expected that at all?
Yeah, I think when we had the vision, a lot of people were saying that, yeah, you guys the vision is great. Can you do it, right? But we were getting closer. People would say, yeah, this can be done, right? And people are getting more serious about it, right? But yes, I think when we were designing the project and in the early stages, teammates have looked at it. And we debated internally a lot, right? And if we realized that if we can get everything implemented, this could be huge, right? And all of us understand once we realize this can be implemented, and we knew this will definitely be huge. Yes.
So when you're dealing with Wanchain and you're trying to achieve such a grand vision, are there any obstacles that you have came across that threaten to sort of make you quit Wanchain or to stop the project altogether?
Yeah, definitely. We internally, this idea has been around for a long time, right? And it has in the back of my mind for a long time. And I actually asked my team, internal team, research team, to look at it, right? Whether this can be done, right? And from the idea into a concept, and also to design, it took a long time, right? And I was afraid that whether this, the implementation can be technically can be done, right? Whether it's feasible. If the concept of the design cannot be done, or there will be like, for example, the performance issue, whether we have any challenges in achieve that capacity, right? And I think that all of these problems are we are all facing, all the blockchain projects are facing with the capacity and performance and all of that, right? But then after the team came back with the proof of concept and with the research results, and we feel like, yes, this can be done. Yeah. So I think we still, after the POC, after the initial design, we still think that there will be challenges ahead of us, and but we always take the baby steps, right? Based on my experience, we don't want to get everything jumbled into one big bomb, right? We'll probably take baby steps every time and get everything achievable, right? So we design the project in different phases. Right? The first phase, as we all know, right? We put Monero plus Ethereum, basically put privacy on top of Ethereum code, right? And it has been done. It has been done a while back, and we're about to launch that, right? And on this platform, phase one, we can achieve a lot of things with privacy protection and smart contract, right? So in 6 months, right now, the team are doing the very hard on the version 2 now, right? So for the version 2, the second phase, once we get implemented, I think it might take 6 months, right? If it takes 6 months, we get out there, and I think we'll get to the next phase. And then once we get next phase, we get integrated with Ethereum. We all know that it's very, very achievable. Then we go to the next step, right? So every time we just take baby steps, we're not getting everything done at one time. So reduce all the risks.
Actually, that was something I actually noticed very early on when I spoke to you about Wanchain. And I do realize that as a founder, you have the very long-tail vision, and you weren't afraid to take your time to roll things out, and you weren't afraid about pandering to the community and having to achieve what the community wanted with regards to all the questions like which exchange are you on, the Moon Lambo questions. You didn't care about all that. You had your mind on the ground, and you had your vision, and you wanted to roll out step by step, which was something that I can respect a lot, because in today's climate, a lot of the ICO projects are out to, I wouldn't say many, but at least there is a rising number of projects that were out to just pander the community, get the money, and then somehow along the way figure it out. But you were focused on the project first, and you had the community support to go along with that. So I personally am looking at Wanchain. As you know, I'm vested in Wanchain, and I think this is the solution that the blockchain community needs. But also the next question that I have was something that we spoke about over tea, and it was nothing to do with Wanchain or the business. It was more on the Wanchain naming convention. When you said Wanchain was about a wide area network, we also realized that in Asia, Wanchain is about one, right?
Yeah, yes.
Can you tell us more about some of your fans may not realize what the secondary meaning of one is? Can you share with us your concept of that?
I love this name because in Chinese, one means 10,000, right? So 10,000, originally we're thinking that we're going to connect 10,000 chains, right? 10,000 chains with 10,000 chains. So we connect many chains. That's one. The other one is if I give you one coin, so one coin, it's 10,000 coins, Yeah, and just everybody loved it. Yeah, and also there's another story behind it. Actually, when as you know, it stands for wide area network, and also it was the first 3 characters of my company in China. It's called Wanglu. So the company is going to actually WAN glue. So we were gonna use that company to glue all the WANs together, all these WAN communities together. So everybody, internal and external, just love this name. Yes, yeah, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for the blockchain community, now you guys know that Wanchain as a name has more than just a single meaning behind it. And one last question for you, Jack. What is your opinion or your vision on 2018 would be like for the blockchain community?
Yeah, I think 2018 will be a great year for the blockchain community. 15 is really the blockchain technology come up above the ground. By 2016 and 17, we got so many more digital assets just being created, right? And we know that there are obstacles for the community to grow. Maybe government regulations, maybe some other things coming up here and there, right? All these challenges, but the big wave is coming, and we see it, and it's just gonna get better, right? And we all know, there are a lot of speculations behind all these, big wave. But at the same time, we have to keep our, cool minds. We have to be focused on the project, not on the speculations, right? So that's why I always, as a veteran in the industry, when I start to work on the project, we want to look at the long term. Even as an investor like you, I would suggest you look at the long term, not look at the short term, right? And 2018 definitely will be a very big year. And if we can get many chains connected together, right? And once people see this vision can be realized, and I think people will feel a lot better about the future of this community.
Wanchain is definitely the first interview I have for 2018, and also the #1 coin on the list this year that I will encourage you guys to take a look at it, but don't just take my word for it. There's all this information on the internet. And Jack, you have been such a wonderful interviewee. I do realize that you hardly appear on any videos at all. So once again, thank you for being on the show. My name is Eugene Tay, and you were with me on CryptoCentral. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, my name is Eugene Tay, signing out.